Hi guys, in relation to something happening with Donald Trump by the 15th of September, we're right on track. Paul Manafort makes plea deal with Robert Mueller's prosecutors to avoid second trial, but it's not clear if he will write on Trump. Now, Robert Mueller would only make a plea deal with Paul Manafort if there was something that Paul Manafort was willing to give up on Trump. Now, this is big news politically because it does have a very direct impact on the presidency. At the same time, the Brett Kavanaugh nomination for Supreme Court, that's just been put up in the wind with something from Dianne Feinstein, one of the Democratic senators on the Judicial Committee, referring something to the FBI in association with Brett Kavanaugh, and the FBI has given that to the White House. So whatever it is serious enough for the FBI and the White House to be involved in association with Brett Kavanaugh. And then you've got this whole Paul Manafort thing. The one guy who was holding out for all this time has suddenly made a deal with the special counsel, which more than likely will be providing information on the Russian collusion issue surrounding Donald Trump and why he's been unable to confront Putin in any fashion, publicly at least, which kind of ties into a tsunami type event, maybe possibly coming on the 15th on the East Coast. Obviously, that's where Paul Manafort is. That's where Donald Trump is. That's where the special counsel is. If there is something that needs to be hidden, one way of doing that would be to wipe out everybody with a tsunami wave. So I've always suspected that as soon as information surrounding Donald Trump starts to come forward, especially from Paul Manafort, that something would happen to wash that away. Now, that remains to be seen. Again, it's the 14th of September, 2:41 in the morning over here in the UK, which means it's 10:41, 9:41 on the East Coast, still on the 13th of September. So we've still got more than 24 hours before this potential tsunami comes, considering all the other things that are going on and how it possibly links into what we've been looking at. Any of you that are along the East Coast, I would suggest really considering having some sort of plan to move away from the coast. The point of us watching these signs wasn't just to watch and wait for them to happen and, just sit there and let it come. The point was us to get warnings out so people could get away from it. And if you haven't done so already, then you still have some time to do so if you choose to do so. My thoughts are better safe than sorry. Move into the east, move further inland, because obviously things aren't looking too good. I'll keep updating as I just keep finding things. I don't want to constantly release video after video, but this is the way it seems to be happening. So you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.